Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Kareem answering the question of the month. Getting ready for summer. Summer is here. Is everybody ready for the cookouts? 4th of July, firecracker, boom, boom, boom. Um, really feeling good, in this new season in my life, and answering this question, really is something that sit with me personally. And I know like every spokesmodels may not feel the same. This is why I love this campaign. We all have different opinions and different views on different questions. And I'm glad they have this question of the month system. Because this is something that I've been dealing with personally. And maybe it's just a me thing. I don't know if, just like I said, I don't know if all the rest of the spokesmodels feel the same way. But sometimes I just don't want to be called out as somebody living with HIV. And I feel like it's a time and place for everything. And because I'm an advocate, people think it's their job to still tell my story. And I feel like because I'm somebody who tell my story, because you may see me on the train station, you may see a poster, you may see a billboard, you may see an ad. Let people come to me and ask me the questions. I feel like I shouldn't always have to be introduced as that, unless I'm doing something that's in that atmosphere. Like when you meet your cashier at McDonald's, and you go to McDonald's and you go to your cashier, you order your Big Mac, whatever, filet of fish. You don't see that same cashier in the mall and walk up to them and say, "Let me get a Big Mac and fries." No, it's a time and place for me to want to share my story. Let me be ready, even though sometimes we get called out, but we know we go into a HIV awareness event. Well, if we getting called by the campaign, we know what we go into, so you prepare yourself. Everybody is not always on the clock, if you get what I'm saying. Even I know advocacy don't stop. I get phone calls throughout the night just to help people, and those are people that's calling looking for directions. That's different than somebody putting me in a room full of people and everybody who don't know me. I could be in different cities, and they just automatically assume, let me introduce them. Like, he do this, campaign. Sometimes I just, not that I'm embarrassed because I live with it. I learned to accept the fact I live with HIV, but sometimes I just don't want to talk about it. I want to just have a moment, like this is almost a 24-hour thing. And sometimes we need a break just to be us. I am more than my status. I am Kareem Imperial Everett, Lucinda Everett's son. I'm a human being. Yes, I got this virus. Yes, I choose to be an advocate. Nobody put a gun to my head and forced me to tell my story. I tell my story because it changes people's lives. Like people don't know this is a heavy burden. You know what I mean? Like to be the face of something that's still today stigmatized. No matter how much advocacy we do, we still live in a world where people still look at HIV as they don't come out and say it all the time. But I remember, one time I went to a birthday party of a friend, and one of my friends said something to me that I would never forget. And she said, "Raheem, you look good." And I said, "Thank you." And she said, "No, you look good. Your skin look nice. You smell good, Raheem. You look good." And she bent over and said, "It's real sad that how good you look. In this room right now, when you walk out, it's going to be some people that say, he got that shit." With all the advocacy I do, with all the education, we teach about HIV and you equal you and prep and all this other stuff that can change lives. When people sit and no matter how much I keep myself groomed and clean and well dressed and present myself some way, to always feel comfortable in my skin, um, it's some people in this world today that's still gonna say, he got that shit. And I want y'all to know this shit is not something I asked for. It's not something I ever wanted. It's something that was given to me and I have to deal with it. I did make a mistake. I knew what happens when you don't do the right thing. So let me deal with me my way and you deal with you your way. Let me be able to be free to tell my story as I choose to and when I want to. Not because you think I should be telling. Like, to me, I think sometimes it's kind of weird that people throw you out there. It's like almost like they warning people, he got that shit, to me. So like, let me be able to be noticed for the work that I do on a timing that's the right timing for me. If I'm making sense, I hope this message go clear to people. Like, just let us breathe.